This is the first in a series of safety videos aimed at the hobby machinist. Not everyone is as lucky as myself to have grown up around machinery. I've spent my entire life working on machine tools, and I've learned how to use them safely from people who've had a lot more experience than I have. Well, I'd like to try and pass some of that on to you guys, because most hobbyists, or a good share of hobbyists, don't have that kind of experience. In fact, many hobbyists will go out and buy a brand new lathe or a brand new mill and maybe have never even used a lathe or a mill in their life. So there's a lot of things they don't know, and there's a lot of things that these machines can do that'll bite you. Okay, they're powerful machines, and they have a lot of potential for injury. So I'd like to talk about a few things, and the first thing I'd like to talk about is how to safely use a file on the lathe. Okay, maybe we've just turned a piece of low carbon steel and are having a hard time getting a good finish on it, or maybe we've been chasing a taper around with a tailstock and it's getting close to the final diameter, or maybe we just have some burrs on the part. Well, it's a good time to grab a file. Okay, but you have to know before you apply a file to a lathe that there's a right and a wrong way to use it. The right way will get you a nice smooth part with no burrs. The wrong way might get you hurt. So that's what I'd like to demonstrate here today, is how to safely use a file on the lathe. Alright, first thing you do when you get ready to file on the lathe is you stand in front of the headstock. Okay, you don't stand over here, you don't work at it like this. You stand back off to the side in front of the headstock. You reach across the headstock behind the chuck, and you hold the end of the file in your left hand and the handle of the file in your right hand. Okay, that way when you do this, there's several reasons for this. Number one, when you file, you're filing away from the rotating chuck jaws. Okay. Number two, it gets your body off to the side, so if something does go wrong and the file somehow ends up in the chuck jaws, you're off to the side. You're not going to get hurt. Okay. So let me just give a quick demo on how to file on the lathe. All right. First of all, it should be obvious. No long sleeves when you're filing on the lathe. If I reach back here behind the chuck and I got a cuff hanging down, you can get snagged in the chuck pretty easily. I don't even want to think about that. Okay, so no long sleeves when you're filing on the lathe. No long sleeves on any machinery. Let's put it that way. Alright, so you reach behind, hold the file, then you just do all your filing. Working away from the chuck, okay? So you can file on the diameter, you can remove burrs, whatever. Just be careful when you get close to the chuck. You're not too bad on the back side, so if you touch the jaws on the back, it's going to remind you not to do that. You touch the jaws on the front, where the jaws are going down and it's liable to grab the file. I've seen people break files on the lathe, and usually when it grabs on the jaws in the front, it'll break the file in two and throw half of it across the shop. So beware of the jaws. Enough said on that. That's about all there is to safely filing on the lathe. Just use a little common sense, use short sleeves, and watch the jaws.